So I assume you're watching this video because you want something like this, but you have almost all the time something like this. Well, if that is the case, you're in good luck, because after this video you will know exactly what you need to do to get to something like this. If you're wondering who I am, I run ads and make ads for 7 to 9 figure e-commerce brands, have done millions in sales, so you can trust me, and let's get started with the video. So the biggest problem is that people who have performance like this usually go into the ad account and see, it's kinda not going well, okay, let me launch new ads. Because if it's not going well, it must be the ads, right? Well, this is actually insane. Let me explain why. Imagine you go to a doctor and you say you have a headache, and the doctor just tells you, okay, let's do a surgery. You'd be like, bloody hell, right? And this is exactly what your ad account thinks about you. Because the problem is that many beginners have is that they go into their ad account and they just do something. Instead, think you're a doctor and your ad account is sick. So before you go ahead and just do a life-threatening surgery, maybe let's just first diagnose what's wrong with the ad account. Because only then you will be able to fix it. Maybe it's not the ads, but the conversion rate. Maybe it's not the conversion rate, but a very high CPM. Maybe it's your targeting. It could be anything. And if you just switch up some random stuff, you'll just keep burning money. So just really quick, you want to get to something like this, right? So in order to get to something like this, we actually need this. This is a funnel tracker, and this funnel tracker shows you every single conversion metric of every single step and action a customer takes before they actually become your customer. Now you can see we're tracking here many different things that Facebook doesn't even show you. For example, we start with the click-through rate because, well, a person sees your ad and then clicks on it. After that, they actually view the landing page. And surprise, you're already losing a lot of traffic here. Because you can see on the best day here, 88% went to the landing page. The other 12% just dropped off while it loaded. This is how impatient people are. On an unlucky day, we have a drop off of like half of the audience. It's insane. So you want to make sure that this is actually good, around like at least 8%. How to do that? By having your website loading really fast. How to track that? Very simple. The formula for this is just the landing page views of that given day divided by the unique outbound clicks. And this is your ratio. Now the next one is landing page view to add to cart, because this is what mainly makes the conversion rate. So here again, like we have the add to carts divided by landing page views. Then after that, they actually need to check out. They add to cart, and again, you have a really big drop off here. So how many people actually check out? Again, this should be around 30%. So this is actually quite healthy here. This should be around 20%. So this is actually also quite healthy here, but here really improvable. Then check out to purchase. Again, many people drop off, and with every drop off, we lose a lot of ROAS, because in the end, the more people go through the entire funnel, the more people purchase. Then out of all these metrics, we have the Facebook conversion rate, which is purchases divided by the landing page views. Then we want to track how the AOV develops, because if someone purchases for $200 from your ad, it's twice the ROAS as if someone purchases for just $100, obviously. You want to have the AOV as high as possible. And then this is what the Facebook ROAS results from. Now, this was the whole backend tracking. Let's look at the front-end tracking, because if your click-through rate is low, you might again fall into the default state of, oh, let's do a surgery, let's make new ads. But before you do the surgery, you need to think, okay, why is the click-through rate so low? What is bad about the ad? What has to be improved? What is actually good about it? And I will show you now in this part how to understand it and what metrics to use for that. So if you have a static ad, of course, you have just the click-through rate that you can work with. Then you just have to think and compare like your ads that have a good click-through rate, like this one, to ads that have a bad click-through rate, like let's say this one. And you need to think, okay, what is different in the copy? What is different in the visuals? Why is this more appealing than this? And then you can learn from this and actually make ads that make a difference instead of just testing random things. Now, let's say it's a video ad. There we have actually more data. There are some metrics that Facebook doesn't show you. I have no clue why, because those are really important, but this is the hook rate and the hold rate. The hook rate is a custom metric that I set up, and it basically tells you how many people that got to see your ad on their screen watch the first 3 seconds. You can set it up as a custom metric. Here's the formula. If you don't know how, like just look it up. It's very easy. Then the other metric is video hold rate. This is how many people actually watched the ad to the end out of those people who got to see your ad on the screen. Now, how do we use these metrics? Very easy. For the hook rate, you want to have at least 30%. For the video hold rate, you want to have at least 10%. So you can already see, even without watching the ad, this ad is improvable by increasing retention on the watch time. Another important metric is the video average playtime. It's 4 seconds. So you already know, okay, most people get lost after 4 seconds. So you already know, okay, most people get lost at around 4 to 5 seconds. There's usually a transition in the video ad that is weak. you want to switch that up or make it more interesting. This is how you can make a meaningful iteration that will actually outperform your old ad. And this is exactly the medicine that you can give to your ad account after making a diagnosis of what's wrong, and you will cure your ad account and get to a ROAS like this, instead of just threatening its life again with another surgery that will mess up the whole ad account structure or whatever else you would do. So to show you some proof of concept, let's compare the metrics of this and this. Here you can see the video hook is obviously weak, and the hold rate is of course like also much worse. And then you can already see, well, because more people get hooked and more people watch the video, more people are convinced to click in comparison to this. So you get way more traffic onto your website and you get way more conversions from this. You can also see like amount spent here much more. And then don't be surprised, the ROAS here is higher, but this is because it's just less scaled up. If you would increase the budget here, it would drop below a ROAS of this one. This one is still the winning ad, okay? This one is the scalable ad. This one is the ad that scales the ad account, even if on slightly lower ROAS. Now, if you have an ad account that's sick, what do you want to do? You want to make a sheet like this and actually analyze what is the problem. You want to calculate, okay, what kind of click-through rate do I need? What kind of conversion rate do I need? What kind of intermediate conversion metrics are realistic for me to achieve my ROAS goal, be it, for example, ROAS of 5. Then you can break it down into smaller goals. Okay, my goal is, for example, to have a click-through rate of at least 2%. My goal is, for example, to have the conversion rate of at least 5%. My goal is, for example, to have a CPM that's not higher than $20, let's say, because otherwise it will be unprofitable for me. Well, after you break it down into these sub-goals, you just want to actually fulfill them. And once you do that, you cure your ad account and actually get to the target ROAS that you want to have. And from there, you just can scale. Now, if you run an ad account structure that's halfway decent, like here, you see you have like split testing batches. You go into one batch and you see it's basically the same ad, but different versions of it, scientific split testing and so on. I have many videos on that. If you do all of this right, targeting interest, stack or broad or both, then I'm telling you, it's either on your backend in your Shopify, the conversion rates there, or about your ad creative. And before you do anything with it, you need to find out what's wrong about it. And then you just improve this single thing. It could also be that your conversion rate on the Shopify sucks and your ad creatives suck. Well, in that case, you need to fix both. If you need help fixing your ad account or your ad creatives, I do that very well. You can just click the link in the description, book a call with me, and we will do that. But also, if you can't afford to delegate yet, just watch this video. This will explain how to make highly converting creatives, and this will help you extremely if your ad creatives are the issue with your ad account. Keep scaling, see you there.